You didn't get a notification? You know what? I actually didn't either. Maybe it's delayed? I just posted on Instagram, but yeah, that's weird. So, someone donated like before I even like announced that I was going live. And the last stream that I did a couple hours ago, I reached out to them and was like, "Hey, I'm live now. If you want to come redeem that order or whatever." So, if they come in, that will be. I'll add them to the list. But outside of that level, you're the only one I've got right now. So if you want to get started, I'm ready for you because we're not doing free readings tonight. So the notification went on earlier tonight from the first stream that I did, but for some reason it's not announcing the second one. Okay. The other night when Mike posted the food on his story, I liked it. Oh my god, did you really? If only you could see my face right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is the first kind of contact with this person. Number two, girl, for the past week I've had different ladybugs in my bedroom and I've seen one in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. What's the message? Okay. Oh my goodness. What's his energy? Oh my God, he feels so good about this. Like, from his perspective, it's almost like you, by liking his post, you were like, I'm proud of you. Or at least that's how he's perceiving it. Maybe you liked what he was posting because it was content that you were like, oh, that looks good. Or I don't know why people like shit. But basically, from his perspective, he is feeling like a sense of pride. Like you are noticing him, you're happy for him. Um, he's taking it like a compliment, and like not that you are, if you like it, his story, it doesn't mean that you want something from him. So he's not um what's the word? He's not reading too far into this, okay? I want to be clear. He's not going, "Oh, she wants me back." Like he's not thinking that way. He just feels like a very positive acknowledgement in a sense that you don't hate him anymore. There might have been a little bit of a question of like, was this on accident? Was she like trying to go to the next slide and accidentally hearted it? So there's there was some curiosity, I think. Like, was this legit? Was this intentional? But I think that he's like, if it was intentional, it feels like she's happy for me, like she's proud of me. Um, that kind of thing. And if he knows that salmon is your favorite, there could be like another kind of undertone there as well for him to be like, oh, like she thought this looked good. Maybe keep that in my back pocket and make this for her at some point. But overall, it feels more like he won, like a win-win situation. Like he felt a breakthrough, or he felt some kind of success here. And again, he's not reading too much into it, which I really like this energy from him. He's not going, oh, like now she wants to talk. It's not coming from a place of ego. It's coming from a place of excitement and like appreciation for this acknowledgement. Whoop. He felt like hope, I think. And I think he doesn't know what to do with this, because I know that when someone like hearts something of yours on a story, like you can respond, you can heart back, or you can actually say something. And I feel like he's like not really sure. He wasn't really sure like how to address it. He doesn't want to come off too eager or too excited, but he also doesn't want to like make you feel not acknowledged. So what I think might happen is he's going to give another opportunity to respond to you. So what I mean by that is he might wait a little bit before responding, or if he like maybe let's say in a couple weeks from now you like something else of his, then he's gonna know that maybe the first time might have been unintentional, but the second time definitely was intentional. So he might wait until he sees a little bit more from you to know how to respond. But the hangman is in reverse, and so it makes me feel like he's feeling a little bit of rumbling of movement underneath the surface, a little less stagnancy, a little less pause. Like he just doesn't want to jump the gun. He doesn't want to be like overly eager. If for whatever reason you sent that on accident, like imagine the humiliation he would experience if he like reached out to you and you were like, oh, sorry, that was not on purpose. Like I think he just doesn't want to jump the gun. Now with me saying this, I do think he's overthinking it a little bit, even though I understand his perspective. I still think that he's overthinking this. Um, you said you genuinely didn't overthink it, just naturally liked it and kept it moving. That's good. I mean, that's how it should be. You felt, like an urge to like something, and that's cool too. So, yeah, I mean, maybe he's feeling like this is the stepping stone for some type of reconciliation with you. Um, he's Seven of Pentacles is here, so he's kind of like, let's kind of take this slow and kind of see where it goes. He might even respond in a similar fashion. Like if you post a story, he might like it. I think we're just kind of dipping our toes in the water here, at least from his perspective. For you, you probably just don't care, whatever. You're just like, I like it if I like it, and I don't if I don't. Like, for you, it probably doesn't matter. But for him, I think the stakes are higher. So he's like maybe deliberating how to respond. But regardless, this is positive, this is hopeful, and he feels like it's like the stepping stones to maybe being able to come back together to some extent. If you overthink, you won't take action. Maybe that's his excuse. Maybe he's the same way. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you kind of get like paralyzed in your overthinking, and then you just end up not doing anything at all. But I feel like he's trying not to read too much into it. I think that's like the bottom line, is that he acknowledges it, he appreciates it. It makes him feel good, like there's some kind of direction, some type of movement, but obviously it's nothing significant. Okay, it's not like you sent him a whole like paragraph of your feelings. Like it's very, very basic, like low bar stuff to like someone's post. Like anybody can do that. So he's again trying not to like overthink it, but he is. All right. So you said you've seen. Oh, exactly. Exactly. It was like his creation. All right, different ladybugs in the bedroom and one in the bathroom. What is the message? Oh. What is the message? I don't even know what ladybugs symbolize, so I'm going into this a little blind here. Let's see. It feels like strength and resilience, but in a very feminine natured way. Good luck. Because I have like multiple queens here in this reading, and like I'm almost hearing surrender. I feel like you've got to look up the symbolism of ladybugs if you haven't already looked it up. But there's like this quiet strength and quiet resilience that's coming through right now. And it feels like a feminine energy, like surrendering and allowing yourself to be appreciated. If you think about it, from my perspective, like I remember being a kid and I hated bugs. Like I was not a fan of bugs, literally at all. Didn't like them. I would handle like butterflies were okay, dragonflies were fine, like caterpillars, whatever. However, I was just like not a big bug person. I really just am not still. But I loved ladybugs. I thought they were like the coolest thing ever. And it's like, I don't know, for me, from this perspective as I'm doing the reading, it feels almost like a courage and a strength and a resilience, not being afraid of something that you typically are afraid of. And also just like welcoming something and appreciating something for exactly what it is. Um Now, I do have the Three of Swords, and it came out with the King of Swords. So it could be symbolizing your growth, your evolution. King of Swords to me is all about like learning and education and intelligence and straightforwardness and being really direct and being really authentically yourself. And the Three of Swords signifies heartbreak. So yes, ladybugs are like that girl of the bugs. Exactly. I mean, ladybugs, duh. But then you also have the queens here, so it's like this extra feminine energy. But maybe when you see ladybugs, you can assign your own meaning to it. But from the cards that I pulled, it feels like an acknowledgement of your evolution, an acknowledgement of how far you've come, maybe a reminder to tap into that like inner child as often as possible. Tap into that inner feminine as much as possible. Allow yourself to be appreciated. I have the Six of Wands, so like the card of allowing others to dote on you and appreciate you, just like we appreciate ladybugs. It feels almost like, you know, I don't know, it's like courage in the face of fear, evolution, and appreciation, and allowing others to dote on you, allowing others to appreciate you. Like, and like I said, I feel like with the ladybugs, you can kind of assign your own meaning to it. I really, really do. I think with anything, like if we're noticing like repeating patterns and things like that, we can kind of say, okay, this is what this means for me. So I'm seeing 444 all the time. I'm going to look up what the meaning is, but I'm going to assign it for what it means to me. Like when you learn tarot, you assign what it's going to mean for you. And I feel like that's the same thing with symbolism. And one other thing that I'm picking up on with this Three of Swords is and I want you to take it if it resonates for you, but this could be the energy of like the ones that feel like you've gotten away from them, um kind of hovering around and in your energy. I'm not saying that Mike or Jay or whoever else is like sending ladybugs to you. I'm not necessarily saying that, but I feel like because you are like the unfinished story in a lot of people's lives, that with this Three of Swords, with this heartbreak, it almost makes me wonder if like the energy that you didn't get is being sent back to you through the ladybugs. So almost like whenever you see them, you can feel more at peace and you can say, I'm on the right path, I'm doing the right thing. See how far I've come, see how far I've evolved. um and how much I've grown. And I almost feel like the ladybugs are there to bring peace to you and say like you've done it, like you've done the right thing. um and there could be down the road too that I lost my train of thought because I was reading what you were saying. Oh my god, Luna Girl, it's crazy that Jay's crossed my mind a few times the past week, even right before this live. Yeah, no, I mean, there's a reason I said that. I feel like you're the one that got away. You're the one that flew away, you know? And I think that maybe sometimes when you see the ladybugs, maybe it's just a reminder to you that these people still haven't let you go, even though you've walked away from them? Actually, okay, now I'm going to look up ladybug symbolism real quick. It's interesting how I mentioned him too. I haven't talked about him in a while. Okay, so I was talking about evolution and resilience, and they represent new beginnings. That makes sense. They're seen as messengers of the divine favor and symbols of renewal and spiritual blessings. Interesting. Their spots are often interpreted as a predictor of good luck, and bright colors are associated with joys of living life to the fullest. That's interesting how it kind of was picking up the context of this, and I didn't even know it. I like the good fortune to come symbolism, blessings, grace, and protection, especially during times of change. Three of Swords. You know what's interesting about this too, lovely, is oh, you said my biggest life and physical glow come after heartbreak. Oh my god. It says that their presence, particularly in spring, is a potent symbol of new beginnings. But what is like the season of ladybugs? Because are we still in the season? Because if they're not usually around right now, that would also be really like rare and unique. Overall, what I'm getting from this is just like they symbolize a fresh start by listening to your heart and following your deepest desires. So they can be a symbol of intuition as well. Oh no, they stay around until fall is what it says. So maybe like the bottom line about this symbolism is to just bring you back to your awareness. When you see ladybugs, bring you back to your awareness, bring you back to your intuition, and almost view ladybugs as more of like a confirmation for whatever's going on in your life right now. If you're deliberating on something and that you see a ladybug, maybe it can help be a confirmation for you. But it seems like ladybug symbolism is more about bringing you back to self, like being a sign to be aware, to feel that confirmation for yourself and whatever it is that's going on in your life. Like you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, you've come a long way. And I think I've got to be honest, I think it specifically ties to relationships. I think it ties to making sure that you're feeling appreciated in relationships, making sure that you're feeling acknowledged, making sure that you're feeling like you can be in your soft woman era. Making sure that you feel like things are happening the way that they're supposed to. But again, and then you can assign whatever you want to the message, but I think that that's basically what it is for you specifically. And I would love if it means new beginnings. That would be great too, but I think it's more a call of your awareness, a call of your inner knowing, a call of like basically saying, okay, I'm seeing this. Now let me take a minute and figure it out. Kind of like, if your ear starts ringing, you're like, what was I just talking about? Or what was I just thinking about? And like I communicate with spirit, like I tell them if my left ear is ringing, it's confirmation, it's a yes, it's a green light. And if it's my right ear that's ringing, it's a no or wait or gather more information. So if my ears are ringing but I'm having a certain thought or having a certain conversation, I have communicated with spirit what I want that to mean for me. So I also think it can work in the reverse too, where you can assign your own meaning to something. I've been super focused on me. Starting Monday, I'll be doing my end of summer fast. I did it last year. Makes so much sense. I've been seeing ladybugs in the past, but this time it was a few, and they were different because the spots were different. Oh, that's cool. Some lighter than others. Also, one flew on your face. Oh my gosh. Another on your phone. That almost feels like some like spirit trying to alert you. Do you know what I mean? Like how it's coming so strong in your face on your phone. Like I feel like something, yes, exactly, something trying to get your attention. Exactly. And that's why I said bottom line, I think that the ladybugs are here to make you more aware, to bring you back to your intuition, to have to acknowledge something for you and bring something to your attention. But the question is, now that you have been seeing them, paying attention to what you were thinking when you see the next one. What are you thinking? What were you just talking about? What were you just doing? And trying to maybe work with spirit to say, okay, if you send me a ladybug, I will recount what was just going on in my life to try to figure out why you're sending me this message. But I do think, again, it connects to relationships. Just because the Three of Swords was there. Yeah, for sure. Is everything else going good for you, though? It is. I'm going to sleep in a little more tomorrow. That's going to be so nice. I love that for you. Do you work tomorrow? Oh, you probably go live at some point, but other than that, no. Well, enjoy your day off. And if you end up not going live, that's okay too. Sometimes we just need a whole day to ourselves to do nothing at all. Have a good night. You're welcome, lovely. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, IJ, how are you? Oh, nice. I'm doing good. I am tired. It's been a long day. But overall, a good one. Can't complain. Oh, about to donate? Okay. That sounds great. Whenever you're ready, just let me know. In depth, what is your question? and has been on my mind surprisingly heavy today. Is she's trying to get anything across to you? All right, let's see. From her perspective, there's like a huge shift that's happening. Um, I feel like, have you ever heard of the expression true north? Like, I almost feel like you guys use each other as like a compass or a lighthouse or something, so to speak, to understand your direction. And I feel, because I pulled the North Node card, and I feel like from her perspective, she views you as like her future. She views you as like the direction that she's heading in. And in a birth chart, your North Node is essentially like the direction you're supposed to be working towards. It's almost like your purpose in life, your mission in life. And I almost feel like you're like what she looks for direction. In a very like symbolic telepathic kind of way, or like an energetic kind of way, but even a little bit, maybe even realistically too, like if you say something to her, she really takes it to heart. And like, for instance, like you can impact have more heavy than anyone else. So if if someone says, and you look so good, she's like, oh, thank you, that sounds great. But if you tell her she looks good, that's something that will stick with her for forever. Like the weight of your words and the weight of your presence is very heavy on her. She feels it, and it's like she uses it as like a direction. So um when we talk about the South Node, right? We talk about the things that we're working away from. We talk about the things that we need to kind of grow out of or evolve out of, because our South Node is not, it may have served us in our past life, or like when we were younger, it might have served us really well. But as we work towards our North Node, as we work towards our life purpose, those old habits or old ways of being are no longer going to serve us. And we're not going to achieve what it is we want or what it is we're looking for. So it's almost like she's wanting you to know that she's working towards that truer self, that more authentic place. Um, and she kind of like looks at you as her future. She looks at you as the direction she's working towards. rather than away from. And I feel like IJ with this Pisces card here, she's mirroring you. Like people think Geminis are the mirrors, but I really think it's Pisces that mirror each other. Like yes, Geminis have duality, right? Geminis they can see both sides to a situation. I think a Pisces energy is more of that reflection. It's a water energy. When you look at water, you can see your own reflection in it. It's more like a mirror. And I feel like she's letting you know that she's recognizing the way you're moving and she is duplicating that in her own way. She's mirroring it. So as you say, you're shifting and refining yourself, she's mirroring that energy. She's doing that same thing. And I feel like for her, she's having a lot of like powerful change, like big things that are happening for her. And I feel like, and I felt it in another reading we did, but I feel like she's wanting to reciprocate to you a lot more now. Maybe she didn't feel, hey Techie, I did, yes. I messaged you on PayPal. I was been trying to get you to come into my live stream tonight. So I can get you next, Techie, okay? So IJ, I feel like she's in a place where she's wanting to kind of replicate what you have shown her. She wants to reflect that back to you. She wants you to feel that same support, that same encouragement, that same acknowledgement, attention, appreciation, whatever it is you've been giving to her. It's like she's in this place of wanting to reciprocate because she's in an energy of wanting to give right now. I think she feels really good about the progress that you guys are making. She feels like things might be gaining momentum between the two of you. So that could be why you are feeling her heavy today, outside of the fact that you just care for her. You know, maybe she feels like she wants you to know like how good of a person you are, and like you also deserve to feel that love in return that you so freely give. And I think that will continue, IJ, because she says it's a time to give rather than to take. So she's gonna keep doing it. She's stepping out of her comfort zone. North Node. Does that answer your question? Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for stopping in, IJ. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I'll see you soon. Thank you. We'll talk soon. Okay, so Techie, the donation that you sent to me earlier, that is still your question, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. I also wanted to say that this completely caught me off guard. Completely. I did not foresee this person leaving the company. So Do you have any idea when this decision was made? Okay. Mm. Yeah, I didn't see this at all. Okay, so um okay. So Techie, you're still coming through as the Empress for him. Because the last day already happened, um there might need to be some kind of contact like after the fact, because I asked if it was over, like, and I got a no. I got the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. I got a no on that. But I did see like socializing, social networking, social media, something along those lines that allows for you guys to keep in touch with each other. But it requires some kind of free will decision. So either you need to um, follow him on a platform, or he needs to kind of friend request you or something. Like, there has to be some type of contact that happens based off of just like, basically Spirit is saying that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's over, but it is going to require a decision on your part or his part to try to keep in touch. um I don't necessarily feel that he's moving like far away, but let me see. Is he moving? Is he gonna stay close? Yeah, I don't feel like he's moving super far away, but I feel unclear about that. Maybe it's something he's considering. So Techie, here's the thing. Is this going to make things harder for you to connect with him? It is. I mean, you're not going to see this person as often, and unfortunately, that's just the hand that we're dealt here. I gotta be honest, I was really, really shocked to hear that he was leaving. I feel like this was a decision that must have been made within the last week or two. Like, I don't feel like this is something that's been energetically out there for a very long time. But what Spirit is saying is that if you want this connection to continue, it's not going to just happen by itself. Like, he leaves, you stay, that's it. You know, then nothing can happen from here. Like, you guys have to be willing. He's traveling but coming back into the area. Oh, that might be why I couldn't get a straight answer if he was leaving or not. Because he is, but he's coming back. Yeah, I mean, I feel like at this point it's a matter of free will. My advice would be that you find a way to get in contact with him outside of your job if you want this to continue, because it's not going to continue if you or him don't try to keep in contact with each other. It might just like out or fade out. like his thoughts of you haven't changed. Like he still thinks very highly of you, but it's like he has to reach out to you. You have to reach out to him. Y'all got to exchange phone numbers or follow each other or send a friend request or something. Like there's got to be something that you guys do to find a way to keep in touch with one another, because this is really going to throw a wrench in things for the two of you. I got to be honest. You don't know about contact. You messaged briefly but didn't respond to the last message. Well, what I'll say is I don't necessarily think this is the last that you'll see of him. I have the 6 of Cups. So I think that it's not the last that you'll see or hear from him. But as far as a romantic opportunity or potential, that's where I'm running into some unstableness, I guess you could say. I'm so sorry. I feel like I wish you guys had more time. I feel like this is just really kind of throwing a wrench in everything. Yeah, I mean, I can try. I can pull on it and see what comes through. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I can understand that because it kind of feels like you guys just didn't get enough time to explore the. All right. Why didn't he say anything to her as he was leaving? So what's coming through is that he felt some kind of challenge here in doing so. Like he didn't have the courage or the mental free will or freedom to come and approach you directly. It was like, do I deserve to say bye to her? Have I earned that right to say bye to her? Like, how do I make this happen? Like, I don't know. I felt maybe part of him is like feeling like he wished you would have said bye to him. I think with like these types of connections where it's like a will they, won't they, or if like you're attraction or interest hasn't really been discussed or known, it can feel very awkward. And for whatever reason, I see with the Eight of Swords, like he felt his hands were tied. Like he didn't have the courage to do it. He didn't like it felt challenging. It felt awkward for him or out of place. Not awkward in the sense that he didn't want to, but awkward in the sense that like, is this the right thing to do? Are we in that place where I can go and say goodbye to her? And then there's another part of him that's like, but do I want to say bye to her necessarily? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. If something just feels awkward about this from his perspective. I have the Four of Cups, and I feel like he feels like he's disappointing you. Like I have a picture of this guy and this girl is walking over and staring at him, standing there with like her heart on her sleeve, standing there with like her chalice, her cup, whatever, because it's the Four of Cups. And he's like not even looking in her direction because he's just feeling a lot of things at one time, and he's feeling like he's disappointing you, or he feels like it's like this feels complex, Techie, for some reason. Like it feels complex, and it shouldn't be. It should just be so simple. It literally should have just been him walking over to you and being like, hey, hi and bye, I'll see you another time. But for whatever reason, he was overthinking this and like making this a bigger thing in his head than it really needed to be. Maybe he was wondering if he should just wave to you, give you a hug. Like, I don't know. This just feels so uncomfortable for him for some reason. You told him over email, but you can see the awkwardness. He saw you in the office and spoke even. He first arrived, but left without saying anything. Yeah, it was just that awkwardness. Like, oh, yeah. I mean, that's possible. Vulnerability. I feel like he just didn't want to disappoint you, Techie. I feel like he was having a hard time facing you and telling you goodbye. And it was like, it felt very much out of his comfort zone to do that. Let's see. Will he be reaching out to her? Please show me a yes or a no. Will he be reaching out to her? Maybe he felt like that was good enough. The email? I don't know. Will he be reaching out to her? Please show me a yes or a no. I am getting a yes. Yeah. Four of Wands, Justice in the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I am getting a yes. That he'll reach out to you. The Magician. He will. We also have a Six of Cups showing up again, which is reconciliation. So I think he'll maybe have more courage if it's like not in person. He feels nervous or something, or uncomfortable. Maybe he's not really sure how to handle these kinds of moments. But it was like he was second guessing himself and questioning a lot of this decision. And even still, there may even be some regret from him too for not saying goodbye to you in person. Oh, are you responsible for collecting those? You are. Yeah, you can send for one more, but after that I do have to get going. With the speeds of him reaching out to any of the cards suggest a time. I had already put the cards back in the deck. I'm trying to think what cards I had. Hold on. I keep hearing like before the end of the year. And I know that that sounds like such a huge range. Because we still have a couple months left. I think it will be sooner rather than later. I remember the Seven of Swords was there, and that's kind of like a fast moving energy. We also had the Magician, which is like personal, like free will, which makes me feel like you know, when he feels ready. But I think it's going to be sooner rather than later, if I gotta be honest. I think, where are we? August, September, October, November, December. I think it will be sooner than later. I would say within the next month and a half is what I feel intuitively. Okay. How does he feel about you now and possibly the future? He questions if this is still a possibility, Techie, but I feel like his mind is still in it with you. I have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, and if you Google what those mean, you'll see that it's very positive. Ten of Pentacles talks about like wanting something in the long run with you, and the Ten of Cups meaning like finding harmony together, finding alignment. The Ten of Cups is like the happily ever after card. And so if we're talking about how he feels about you in the future, that he's like, I still want to keep this open in the long run. I feel like from his perspective, he doesn't know if he's like ruined this, if this is like even something you like a non-starter, but I feel like for him nothing has really changed in regards to how he feels for you. You were still coming through as the Empress to him, which means that he feels like you're like the ideal person for him or the ideal match for someone. Like he looks at you and thinks very highly of you. He feels very attracted to you as well. I have the Emperor, which means unmoved or unchanged. The Emperor is very steady in his position. Um, he doesn't often change his mind about it. So his perspective of you is unchanged. Let's see. I think he does worry that he ruined this. But I feel like he still thinks of you while you guys are quote unquote in separation or in no contact. Not seeing you as often at work is something that's definitely affecting him on a deeper level than what he's really showing. He felt like this decision was what was best for him. There may be some regretfulness that he did not act as quickly as he should have or done more while he was around you. He like wished maybe that he was a little more, I don't know, direct. And I almost feel like the flirtiness that was kind of happening there at the end, maybe because in his mind he was leaving, and it made him more courageous. It made him less fearful, and he had more courage to like kind of be flirty with you or playful with you. I think that you both have the makings and the potential of a relationship. I think you guys both really like each other, and I think that you're very compatible, the two of you. I'm sad that you're sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. I don't think that he's going to let you go in his mind. So maybe he physically has walked away from the job and from you, and he's going off and doing his own thing, traveling and whatever. But I don't think his mind has walked away from you. So that makes me feel like there's this may be the what makes him reach out to you, because you're still on his mind. I did tell him I'm traveling somewhere he frequents and that I wanted tips when traveling there. So hopefully he reaches out with that. That would be cool. Yeah, that's what I was saying, that when he's gone traveling, he's still thinking of you. Yeah. Soulmate, if I were to guess the energy, I would say more soulmate. You remember you have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. That's more like soulmate energy. Which, if you ask me, that's better. That's better than Twin Flame. Twin Flame is complicated, man. And it doesn't often end well. He said I legit dropped a tear. Techie, yeah, his feelings have not changed for you, is what I'm getting. He has not, like, just because he's physically walked away from this job doesn't mean that he has just forgotten about you. I'm getting that he's still thinking of you, and this is not over for him. I think he just has other things on his mind that he's focusing on right now. Correct, Techie. That is correct. Yep. You're welcome. It'd be nice to date him. He's a good guy and very handsome. I hope it all works out for you. But thank you for joining us. Thank you again for your donations tonight. I appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and sign off because my husband's calling me, but we will, I'm sure, see each other again soon. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Hey, hon, hold on one second.